How long will the journey take?
You've never been to Sedlets? It's just beyond the town gates.
I haven't. They don't let just anyone into the monastery. I'm ready too. Let's go.
Off we go. Father Abbot.
Albert, my friend. Christ be praised. Greetings, Master Albec. I heard you returned from Padua, but truth be told, I didn't expect you. So tell me, what brings you to my doorstep?
Worthy Father, I thank you for the welcome. I've come to ask a favor, but...
Drop the formality, my friend. We've known each other a long time.
Very well. I simply need an audience with King Sigismund. It's about his brother's health.
You can surely request an audience.
I could, but I'd hoped your influence might help make it happen.
Oh, I think you overestimate my influence. In any case, you can gain access to Sigismund's court on your own. We both know how. That matter still hasn't been settled, Albec. The king cares about it.
Actually, forgive me. These are grave matters concerning His Royal Majesty. Can we speak privately somewhere?
I'd like that, but I'm afraid things are rather complicated right now.
Well, what's going on, my friend? You seem a little uneasy.
I am. There are 3 seriously ill patients in the infirmary, gravely ill, and I fear the worst.
The Black Death?
Sadly, we can't rule it out. And I say that as someone who's lived through one outbreak already, and survived.
Where would it have come from? The monastery is isolated. Few are allowed inside the cloisters.
Before King Sigismund decided to stay here, we took in many folk fleeing his army. We gave those poor souls food, shelter. Some of them washed in clean water for the first time in weeks.
And in poverty, hunger, and filth, all sorts of illnesses thrive.
On top of that, there's construction going on inside the church. There are all sorts of craftsmen and laborers in the monastic courtyard.
Well, does it look like the plague?
You think I'd be alarmed over nothing?
Forgive me, Father. And who are these 3 patients?
2 are members of the monastery, Confessor Stephen and Brother Yaroslav, who works in the scriptorium, and one of the maidservants.
That doesn't make any sense. How could all 3 of them get infected?
When the plague strikes full force, it's swift.
That's not what I meant. You said yourself one of the sick is a maid. And as far as I know, women aren't allowed in the cloister.
True. So how could she have caught it along with 2 monks?
That, alas, I don't know.
What are we going to do, Albic?
We'll go and see to the sick, of course. Then there'll be no reason we can't speak to the abbot in private about our matter.
But what if we catch it?
My mission is to help those in need. And that risk is part of it. You're free to walk away, of course.
Lord Pisek assigned me to guard you.
I believe he had other kinds of danger in mind.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Thank you, Albic, for volunteering. I wouldn't have dared ask it of you.
No need to thank me. I'm a physician. And there are people here in need of help. Not only those in the infirmary. If we can rule out plague, that may put your mind at ease too.
That's what I'm praying for. And of course, I'm open to discussing that matter of ours later on. I'll have a room prepared for you right in the infirmary. Brother Benedict, one of our novices, is there, and will tell you all you need to know.
Thank you. But I'd like to ask one small favor. I've been here many times before, but Henry's here for the first time. Would one of the brothers be able to show him the monastery? I'd rather he not get lost like I did all those years ago.
Of course. If you'd like, Henry, just ask Brother Petramil. I just spoke with him before you arrived. He'll show you around and gladly answer any questions.
Thank you, Father.
Very well. We've talked long enough. Let's get to work. Will you come with me to the infirmary, Henry?
Of course. Wouldn't let you go alone, would I?
I didn't think so. Tell me, Henry, didn't the abbot seem anxious to you?
Yes. Although it's not like he tried to hide it much. The plague's a terrible illness. But surely they'd recognize it in the infirmary. Why would he need you?
Well, the thing is, the monastery isn't in great shape. Not that you'd notice right away. King Wenceslas borrowed heavily from settlers. And now the monastery has to sell land to pay off its debts. And when Sigismund marched on the town with his army...
Christ almighty.
Since we're spending time together, why don't you tell me more about yourself?
Sigismund Albik of Unichov, Doctor of Medicine of the Prague University and Doctor of Law of the Padua University. Personal physician and advisor to His Royal Highness King Wenceslas in matters of law and personal affairs alike. Though if you're interested in the specifics of my career, I'd recommend asking someone more knowledgeable who can appreciate the complexity of my journey from a bachelor's degree in the liberal arts to the royal court.
How did you come to treat King Wenceslas?
My talents and abilities speak for themselves. Not long ago, when I returned to Prague from Padua, word quickly got out that a capable physician had arrived. People started coming to me with all sorts of troubles. Then one day, the royal carriage stopped in front of my home. We rushed to Perglitz, where I found Wenceslas moaning in pain while his alchemists bathed him in various oils.
Which I reckon wasn't of much help.
Not in the slightest. But the treatment turned out to be quite simple. A diet. And its effects were near miraculous. Wenceslas has held me in close regard ever since. He soon learned I was learned in law as well, so I became his personal advisor. A few years ago, I was given a title for my services, as well as the particle of Unichov. As you can see, when you have the reputation of the best physician in the kingdom and knowledge of medicine and law alike, people seek you out on their own.
I hear you've written several books. What are they about?
About medicine, what else? I am most proud of the Compendium Medicinae, a summary of medical knowledge. I wrote it mainly for students and practitioners, but I'm also planning to write a book about health and how to keep healthy. It won't just be advice on how to survive the plague or treat a fever. It'll be a guide on how to live correctly and sensibly, what to eat, when to sleep, how to exercise, what to avoid. I believe that health is not a coincidence, but the result of a sensible lifestyle. Those who know and follow these rules won't need to visit the physician as often, which may be an unpleasant truth to some of my colleagues.
How is medicine in Italy different from Bohemia?
Massively. Though my local colleagues don't like to hear it. In Italy, especially in Padua, emphasis is placed on precise observation, analysis of causes and effects, and above all, prevention. Italians pay more attention to the connection between diet, environment, and health. Something I have tried to introduce here, albeit with limited success. Czechs are used to heavy, fatty foods and rely more on miracles than sensibility. Here, physicians are taken as a last resort. In Italy, a physician's word is law for daily life.
Albig, there's something I wanted to ask you.
What is it?
Thanks. I have to go.
It's your bloody fault anyway. Oh, I struck you first, and that should have ended the duel, but no. You just had to have the last...
So, this is the confessor. What do you make of it, Henry?
I'm feeling it now, all right. My skull's pounding so bad I'm seeing double. That's 2 more...
He looks worn out. Doesn't even notice us. Whatever's wrong with him is clearly taking a toll.
Exactly. At his age, any illness hits far harder than it would a young and healthy man. Well, the good news, I suppose, is that he's not in agony. Pain's part of life, but no one deserves to suffer too much.
Really? No one? I can name a few exceptions.
A patient isn't a friend or foe. He's a person, like you or me. A person who needs help.
All right, all right. So, is it the plague? Or...
Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but...
Albek? Albek of Unichov?
Zacharias? What are you doing here?
Wherever His Majesty goes, I must follow. You know how it is. But why aren't you in Padua, studying? Have you been missing your homeland?
I was summoned home for urgent matters, and since I'm here, the abbot asked for my help.
Ah, yes, this plague he's so afraid of.
Plague? Do you believe it? Am I such a poor teacher?
Of course not. But until now, it was just my word against the abbot's. In other words, I am truly glad you're here, my friend.
Begging your pardon, sir, but who exactly are you?
Henry, allow me to introduce Master Zacharias of Prchatsitz. He once studied under me, but became a trusted friend, and eventually the personal physician of King Sigismund.
You flatter me, Albek. The road to that post was a good deal more torturous than you make it sound. And you are...
Henry of Skalitz. By order of Sir Peter of Pisek, I'm here to protect Master Albic.
Though I've no idea from what. But who am I to argue, eh?
Quit complaining. You might find an aide like him more useful than you think. Anyway, this here is Dinesh. He didn't come entirely of his own will either, but he's proven a reliable man.
Denesh Latskvi, gentlemen.
Well then, now we all know each other, shall we finally return to the matter of the patients? Zacharias, I presume the abbot summoned you for the same reason as me.
Aye, though I've only had time to merely examine them all. All three share the same symptoms. It begins with weakness, then comes fever, rash, and later bloody diarrhea. By far the best off is the confessor here. He can still talk. The maid and the translator from the scriptorium are much worse. They sleep most of the day, and when they do speak, it's nonsense, because they're delirious with fever.
Right. In that case, first we need to bring down the fever. Have they given you anyone to assist?
Yes, Benedict. He's a novice and a bit odd, but he knows more about alchemy than most.
We'll need linen and clean water for compresses. Pre-boiled water is best. Have you got chamomile decoctions?
Benedict brews a fresh batch every evening.
And what are they feeding them?
Mostly bread, fruit. Yesterday they had fish, but they haven't eaten much of it.
That doesn't sound like proper food for the sick. They need strength, don't they? Give them a lump of lard, or bread with dripping, and pork scratchings.
Thanks for the tip, Henry. But next time, keep it to yourself. You're right about one thing, though. They do need a different diet. They should be getting something light and nutritious, ideally in liquid form. Broths, stews, thin porridge.
Agreed. Dinesh will speak to Salarius Julian. You know the way to the kitchen, right?
Consider it done.
Then fetch herbs from Joachim. I gave him a list of what we'll need.
Gentlemen,
Joachim, you say? Well now.
Who's this Joachim? You know him?
The monastery herbalist. He lives in a hut in the garden behind the infirmary. But if I were you, I wouldn't bother him too much. He's a grumpy old fellow.
You say that because you don't know him. I'll tell you more about him, Henry. But we have more pressing concerns right now.
Can I help in any way?
The best thing you could do is find out what the patients were doing before they ended up here. Diseases spread through foul air. So if we find where the three of them were breathing the same air, we'll find the source of the infection too.
Who should I ask about the maid?
As far as I know, her name's Blezhina. She gets her work assignments from Steward Zdenek. So I'd go and speak to him. And apparently she's got a friend here. She might know something too. Try and find her.
Who might know the monk who was translating in the scriptorium?
Everything to do with books is handled by the librarian. His name's Crispin. He likes the sound of his own voice, but if you're patient, he might tell you what our patient was working on.
Who should I start with?
If I were you, I'd start with the confessor. He's the only one still lucid enough to speak. Better hurry. He might take a turn for the worse any moment.
Can I help with anything else?
No, that's more than enough now.
Once you've found something, come back. Maybe we'll have figured out more by then.
Out of here. What do you say?
You, forget it. Go train with Carl.
How do you feel?
Like I'm turning inside out.
Don't worry. I'll let you rest. But first, I need to know who you've been seeing lately. And where.
What? Why?
Because we need to find out where and how you got infected.
What's that got to do with the others?
The sickness spreads through foul air. Anyone breathing the same air as you might be at risk.
You sound like you know what you're talking about. And I believe you've got your reasons. But I'm a confessor. I can't. I mustn't break the seal of confession or tell you what anyone confided in me.
But this isn't just about you.
Exactly. It's about the souls I help unburden of their sins. And the trust I'd be betraying.
And what about those who never got the chance to confess? What if they catch the sickness and die? Don't their souls matter to you?
It's not that. But I don't know how to help you.
Can't you at least point me in the right direction?
Perhaps you're right. I could at least point the way. There's something that might be connected to this dreadful sickness. Look in my cell. It's the one beneath the abbot's chamber, opposite the spiral staircase. Here's the key. I think you'll find something there that might help you.
What am I looking for?
That you'll have to find out for yourself.
He won't put up with your shit.
I understand. I won't pressure you. Get some rest.
Wait, please. Do you think that I might ask you for something?
What is it?
I'd like to have some flowers. Something living to cover up the ever-present stench of decoctions.
At least be quiet while you do it.
What would you want flowers for? You'd be better off brewing a fever remedy from them.
Do I need a reason? I just like them. Their color, their fragrance. That's what I miss the most here.
I'll see what's growing nearby and bring you some. It'll brighten the place up a bit at least.
Thank you, lad.
I'm gonna die.
Tell me a bit more about yourself.
Gladly. What do you want to know?
Did I hear correctly that you're from Prachetiets? How is it there?
My, you have a good memory. Yes, I am. But, to be honest, I left there years ago to go to university and haven't had the chance to go back yet.
So you haven't seen your family since then?
I'd married myself to the king's service. The house went to my sister and brother-in-law, and they are doing well. Years ago, Prachatitz was granted the privilege of trading in salt from Passau by the king. And my brother-in-law knew how to take advantage of that.
Thanks. That'll be all.
No problem.
Go train with Carl. He won't put up with your shit.
You're about as much fun as a funeral.
It sounds like an ordinary, woman's matter. It usually...
What's the matter? Do you need me to take you to the infirmary? You're writhing around like a worm in salt.
Forgive me, I have a fever of decoction brewing and, it needs straining.
I can't feel my legs or my back. Just a burning pain so bad, even the devil would ask for a cold cloth.
Is there anything I can help you with, good wife?
Who are you calling good wife? The name's Maddie, and no, only a sore bones can help me. Or the Reaper, maybe.
Then it's your lucky day. Because I'm a bit of both. Tell me what's bothering you, Maddie.
Well, it hurts like hell. Here, below my belly. It feels like a couple of hounds fighting over a piece of bacon. And the Holy Brother over there won't help. Says it's a woman's issue. Only I'm regular as a Vesper's bell. This is something else.
That's a vivid description. How long has it been hurting?
Well, it started the day before yesterday, and it's only gotten worse since then. And I've tried everything. Calamus, yarrow. I even prayed to Saint Benedict and rubbed garlic on my stomach. I even tried hanging from a ladder upside down so it could pass through me. All for nothing. And I almost bashed my head getting down.
What were you doing before it started hurting?
Working like a dog I was. Who said I wasn't? Zdeněk? Alright, so I sat down on the stairs, just for a little while. My legs were killing me. Besides, those stairs were bloody hard. And ice cold too. It's a wonder I didn't freeze in place.
All right, enough. I get it. All right. I'll try to help you somehow. If you sat on cold steps for a while, you might have caught cold from below.
Whatever it is, I just want it to stop hurting. Sakura. Let them rinse me out with holy water for all I care. Or at least tie a knot in my guts, or I swear they are gonna come spilling out.
I have this medicine here. Maybe it'll help you feel better. Here. If it's as strong as it smells, you'll be back in fine fettle in no time.
Are you sure about this? This looks like the stuff I had to gurgle that one time when I ate too much bacon. But, alright then. I'll hand it over before I give birth over here. What the... Holy Mary, did you hear that too? It's coming from my belly. That swill must be coming back up. What did you do to me? Now I need a bucket for each end. Oh, what's all this gurgling?
Greetings to you.
There's not much here. So that's why the confessor wanted flowers from me. He must like them. Where the hell did the confessor get so many valuables? Something doesn't add up here.
Blessings to you.
I'm sorry.
Greetings. What do you want?
How well do you know Blagena?
Blagena? All I know is she's got a mouth on her.
Excuse me?
Whenever she sees me, she always cracks some daft joke. The dafter it is, the more people laugh. I don't get it. Not that I'd wish anything bad on her, but God forgive me. At least it's been quiet lately.
Look, I really need to find out some things about her.
Then ask Zdeněk. He's the one who gives her her duties.
See you later, my friend.
Good morning to you.
Can I ask you about Blagena?
You'd best go and ask Zdeněk. I didn't talk to her much.
Why didn't you get on? Did she do something to you?
No. I believe she's a good person deep down. But she was always in your face, and loud as a bell. When she sang while doing the dishes, the knights camped on the other side of the monastery would go red from the bawdy lyrics. And she was always laughing at something. That laugh of hers. Like a goat pissing on sheet metal.
Right. Still, thanks.
God be with you.
Good morning.
You know the maid Blazena?
Not all that well. She hasn't been here long. What do you want to know?
What was she doing here? Especially recently.
Steward Zdeněk would know best. Lately he was keeping a close eye on her. She must have got into some trouble.
And do you know anything about that trouble?
Not much, and what I do know, I heard second-hand. You'd best speak to Zdeněk yourself. Take care for now.
He just rushed her to the infirmary.
Good day to you.
You're Zdeněk, right? They say you're the steward here. I need to find out something about Blazena.
She's lying in the infirmary. What's it to you?
She's in a bad way. Master Albic is treating her, but to work out what's wrong, I need to know what she's been doing lately.
Oh, I see. That's different. What do you want to know then?
Where does Blazena sleep? I'd like to take a look at her room.
What for? How do I know you won't nick something?
Excuse me? I can bring Master Albic here if you like, but he's got better things to do. Like saving Blazena and the others.
All right, no need to shout. Blazena sleeps in the house across from the church, like most of the help. When you enter, go through the door on the right, then up the stairs. Her bed and chest are by the window.
I'll take a look there if that's all right. What sort of work does Blazena usually do?
All sorts. She's a maid, so she does whatever needs doing.
Did she ever go into the monastery?
What would she do there? Women aren't allowed in. But she still manages to get where she's not allowed.
What do you mean by that?
It'll sound terrible with her being sick now.
Whatever it is, out with it.
I think she's been stealing. Lately, food's been going missing from the pantry, and she and I are the only ones with a key. I was just about to throw her out, but then she fell ill.
Who was Blazena closest with here?
She shared a room with Valerie. I had to separate them more than once so they'd stop chatting and get to work.
And how do I recognise Valerie?
Easy. She's the only blonde among the maids.
And where do I find Valerie?
That's her, standing over there. But listen, don't tell her what I suspect. She might take it the wrong way.
Thanks. I need to find something out about Blazena, and they say you know her better than anyone.
Well, we share a room, but we're not that close, really. Why?
I'm helping the physician treating her, and anything I find out could help. I spoke to the steward, but he wasn't very helpful.
You mean Zdeněk? What did he tell you about Blazena?
Not much, really. Just that she's a maid and all that. That's why I was hoping you'd tell me more.
Did he try telling you she's a thief?
And is she?
That scoundrel. I knew he'd try feeding you lies.
Where did Blazena usually go around the monastery?
All over?
Right, but that doesn't help me. Where did only she go?
Zdeněk gave her the pantry key, so she was the only one who had access to it.
And where is that pantry?
In the cellar below the yard. That's where we keep the food, and mostly the monastery wine.
How can you be so sure Zdeněk lied to me?
Because I caught him red-handed. I saw him going through Blazena's things. Her chest.
You think he was looking for something?
Maybe. I saw him take something out of her chest.
And do you know exactly what he took?
No. It was already getting dark, and the bastard's quick with his hands. But it must have been something small. Right after that, he slipped out and went down into the cellar outside.
Do you know where Zdeněk sleeps? Maybe I should have a look.
We live in the same house. Me and Blazhena sleep upstairs. He's got a bed in the kitchen downstairs, just opposite the door.
And what sort of cellar is it?
The same one with the pantry. There are a few rooms down there, and only Zdeněk has a key to some of them.
Sounds like a perfect place to stash stolen goods.
How am I supposed to work now? I can barely.
But why would Zdeněk lie about Blazhena stealing?
I don't know what went on between them, but lately he's been giving her a hard time. I think he wants to get rid of her.
Now? When poor Blazhena's ill?
That's just grist to his mill. The poor lass can't even defend herself, and he wants to take advantage of it.
Why would the steward want to get rid of an ordinary maid?
Isn't it enough that he's a scoundrel? Maybe he fancied her and she laughed in his face. Serves him right.
Did Blazhena have a sweetheart?
That? I'm not entirely sure.
So someone's been sniffing round her?
I only ever saw her once, chatting cheerfully in the doorway of the monastery with some monk.
Monks aren't supposed to talk to women, right?
And I haven't told anyone but you about it, and you keep it to yourself too. Blazhena's got it hard enough as it is.
That'll do for now. I'll take a look in that cellar and see what I can find.
Right, but how is all this supposed to help Blazhena get better?
Well, to be honest, I don't know myself. But Master Albik said to find out what I can.
And how is Blazhena doing?
I don't know. I don't want to frighten you, or give you false hope, either. But at least she's in good hands.
Let's hope she recovers. I miss her high spirits. And her laugh. Without her, it's so horribly quiet here.
Take care then. I apologise.
These must be barrels from Lorca. That's a lot of water. What's Zdeněk using it for? It's pretty wet in here. Must be from those tubs of water. Why is there wine spilled everywhere? Someone's been hammering these barrels shut. Wine in a tub. but it looks watered down to me. Could Zdeněk have poured water into it? Of course. Now I get it. Steward Zdeněk's watering down the monastery wine. If the abbot found out about this, he'd throw him out. I know you're watering down the monastery wine.
I beg your pardon?
Don't act like you didn't hear. You know exactly what I meant.
You feeling all right? Maybe you should lie down.
I saw your cellar,
What? But no one's allowed down there.
and I know exactly why. Now we're gonna have a little chat.
All right. But not here. Come with me, if anyone heard you.
I'm not going anywhere with you. We're talking here and now.
Oh, come on.
No, come on.
Shh, not so loud.
Calm down. I can be reasonable, if you can.
But not here. This has to stay between us.
Fine, let's go. But don't try anything.
I'm not stupid. Come closer. I don't want to shout here.
So, what have you got to say about the wine?
Me? Nothing. And I'll make sure you don't say anything either.
Oh, come on. Can't we just come to some arrangement? This is getting boring. I'll tell you exactly how this ends. You'll go for me, I'll beat the stuffing out of you, and then you'll tell me everything just to make me stop.
You talk too much.
That stick doesn't frighten me.
You haven't had a good hiding in a while, have you?
No, I haven't. And do you know why?
I don't, and I don't care. Defend yourself. To hell with you! It's a wonder you're still standing.
Of course. Now I get it. Steward Zdeněk's watering down the monastery wine. If the abbot found out about this, he'd throw him out.
Mother Mary. You've given birth. You get it. So much for God's love. They chased off a crying woman from their doorstep.
She just kept babbling incoherently. Nothing. He just rushed her to the infirmary.
That's a lot of coin. Suspiciously much for a common maid.
Greetings to you.
Good to see you. Have you seen those new spikes lately? Hey, what about them? They seem pretty rusty. So what? It's not like anyone will look at them. As long as they are. Lord be with you. Good day to you. Exactly. It's like he has a tub in the basement full of the stuff.
Excuse me.
Leave it be. Things could be worse.
Moses' people in the Sinai desert must have had it much worse. But what I wouldn't give for a bit of salt and pepper. It's like eating mud.
Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, for the gift of a new day, and the strength for our new service.
Excuse me.
We thank you, Heavenly Father, for all the graces and gifts of this day. Open our hearts and minds to understand your holy scriptures and to live according to them.
Slept much. My blanket has been chewed up by mice, and I've been begging for a new one, but to no avail.
Good to see you, friend. Greetings to you, friend.
Excuse me.
Greetings. What would you like?
You're Brother Crispin, right? I'm here about Yaroslav. I heard he works here as a translator.
Ah, yes. Poor Yaroslav. I pray daily for his recovery. God has blessed him with an extraordinary talent and a sharp mind. It would be a terrible loss. But no, such thoughts help no one. And who are you, anyway?
My name is Henry. I'm helping Master Albic in the infirmary.
Very well. What do you want to know about Yaroslav?
Could you tell me, please, where he was staying?
He has a cell in the dormitory upstairs. Go up the stairs in front of the scriptorium and turn right. Then it's the 5th cell from the door.
Thanks. I'll take a look. What exactly was Yaroslav doing here?
He's working on a translation of a book that came to us all the way from Genoa. While he was well, he spoke of nothing else. He knows Latin, Italian, and French. And thanks to his work, we have several valuable translated volumes in the library.
What book was he translating?
It's called the Decameron.
And what's the Decameron about?
I've not read it myself. I'm not as well versed in Italian as Yaroslav. I was waiting for him to finish the translation, but he spoke of it as a groundbreaking work of indescribable value. He even believed it might one day uplift the Christian people beyond their worldly suffering. He was so excited he barely ate or slept, just kept working. I thought it best to let him focus solely on the translation and assigned his other duties to others.
Where did Yaroslav work?
Here in the scriptorium, of course. You'll find his usual place right by the entrance. But be careful, he's got something unfinished there. He's spent so much time, it must be nearly done by now. It'd be a shame to ruin it just before completion.
Don't worry, I'll be careful. Who here knew Yaroslav best?
Most likely, Brother Celestine. He helps with copying books too, though he doesn't have nearly the same talent.
Celestine, you say? I should speak to him. Who here knew Yaroslav best?
As I said, Brother Celestine.
Thanks. That's all I needed.
Till we meet again.
Kitty! Kitty! It's almost empty. What was Yaroslav working on all those days?
Good day.
Father, I need to tell you something important. Steward Zdeněk is watering down the monastery wine.
What? That's a serious accusation. I'll be offended if I don't believe you at once, but I've known Steward Zdeněk for years. Have you got any proof?
In the cellar by the house where Zdeněk lives with the other riffraff, I found barrels and tubs of watered wine.
In the cellar? And what were you even doing there?
I was trying to find out more about that sick maid. It might help Albig.
That makes sense.
Send someone to that cellar, and you'll see I'm not lying.
Very well. I'll have it looked into. And if it's true, I'll have Zdeněk thrown out immediately. And I'll be very grateful to you, Henry.
Hold off on throwing him out just yet. I still need to talk to Zdeněk.
Very well. But don't take too long.
Father, may I have a moment of your time?
What brings you here?
What do you think about what's going on here?
My son, I am merely upholding what has been customary for centuries, and what has brought order and prosperity to this country. The Sedlis Monastery is the oldest Cistercian abbey in the Kingdom of Bohemia. For more than 2 centuries, we've guided the spiritual life of the wider community through the Malin parish. Gutenberg, its 2 churches, and the souls of its inhabitants. All of this was under our care. And it wasn't just because of tradition, but because we had the means, the education, and God's blessing to do so.
What would you tell me about yourself?
I am a servant of God and guardian of order, which has existed within these walls since the time of King Vladislav II. My mission, like that of my predecessors, bears the weight of centuries that Sedlitz has survived despite fires, famines, and human arrogance.
Tell me about your order.
Our order, which was born out of the purity of Benedictine ideals, discipline, work, and prayer, are the pillars on which we have stood for more than 3 centuries. Our ancestors transformed wastelands into fertile fields and built monasteries where others saw only chaos. And while the world is changing, we hold fast to the Regula Benedicti to this day, ora et labora.
Gutenberg stands against you, doesn't it?
Alas, when wickedness comes, so does contempt, and with shame comes reproach. Gutenberg, its churches, and the souls of its citizens all fall under our care. And it's not just because of tradition, but because we had the means, the education, and God's blessing to do so.
But now the people of Gutenberg want to change that.
Change it? Or deliberately disrupt it? Church hierarchy is not arbitrary. It cannot be changed according to the political needs of the moment. Saint Benedict established the order. The Cistercians perfected it, and we have followed it for generations. Moreover, thanks to the grace of His Holiness Pope Boniface IX, we have obtained privileges that further confirm our position. The crown, scepter, and ring are not just symbols, they're reminders of our rights and responsibilities. The Brotherhood may try, but with their arrogance and innovation, They will only cause more divisions and disrupt centuries-old orders.
I have to go, Father.
Go in peace. What are you doing, fooling about with my things?
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Damn!
God bless. So am I. It all looks, smells, and tastes the same. Exactly. It's like
Careful!
Show unto us the blessed feast of thy womb.
Greetings. What would you like?
Your brother Crispin, right? I'm here about Yaroslav. I heard he worked here as a translator.
Ah, yes. Poor Yaroslav. I pray daily for his recovery. God has blessed him with an extraordinary talent and a sharp mind. It would be a terrible loss if... But no, such thoughts help no one. And who are you, anyway?
My name is Henry. I'm helping Master Albic in the infirmary.
Very well. What do you want to know about Yaroslav?
Who here knew Yaroslav best?
Most likely, Brother Celestine. He helps with copying books too, though he doesn't have nearly the same talent.
Celestine, you say? I should speak to him. Could you tell me, please, where he was staying?
He has a cell in the dormitory upstairs. Go up the stairs in front of the scriptorium and turn right. Then it's the 5th cell from the door.
Thanks. I'll take a look. What exactly was Yaroslav doing here?
He's working on a translation of a book that came to us all the way from Genoa. While he was well, he spoke of nothing else. He knows Latin, Italian, and French, and thanks to his work we have several valuable translated volumes in the library.
What book was he translating?
It's called the Decameron.
And what's the Decameron about?
I've not read it myself. I'm not as well versed in Italian as Yaroslav. I was waiting for him to finish the translation, but he spoke of it as a groundbreaking work of indescribable value. He even believed it might one day uplift the Christian people beyond their worldly suffering. He was so excited he barely ate or slept, just kept working. I thought it best to let him focus solely on the translation and assigned his other duties to others.
Where did Yaroslav work?
Here in the scriptorium, of course. You'll find his usual place right by the entrance. But be careful, he's got something unfinished there. He's spent so much time on it that it must be nearly done by now. It'd be a shame to ruin it just before completion.
Don't worry, I'll be careful. Who here knew Yaroslav best?
As I said, Brother Celestine.
Thanks. That's all I needed.
Till we meet again.
It's almost empty. What was Yaroslav working on all those days? Father, I need to tell you something important. Steward Zdeněk is watering down the monastery wine.
What? That's a serious accusation. I'll be offended if I don't believe you at once, but I've known Steward Zdeněk for years. Have you got any proof?
In the cellar by the house where Zdeněk lives with the other riffraff, I found barrels and tubs of watered wine.
In the cellar? And what were you even doing there?
I was trying to find out more about that sick maid. It might help Albic.
That makes sense.
Send someone to that cellar, and you'll see I'm not lying.
Very well. I'll have it looked into. And if it's true, I'll have Zdeněk thrown out immediately. And I'll be very grateful to you, Henry.
Hold off on throwing him out just yet. I still need to talk to Zdeněk.
Very well. But don't take too long.
Father, may I have a moment of your time?
What brings you here?
What do you think about what's going on here?
My son, I am merely upholding what has been customary for centuries, and what has brought order and prosperity to this country. The Sedlis Monastery is the oldest Cistercian abbey in the Kingdom of Bohemia. For more than 2 centuries, we've guided the spiritual life of the wider community through the Malin parish, Gutenberg, its 2 churches, and the souls of its inhabitants. All of this was under our care. And it wasn't just because of tradition, but because we had the means, the education, and God's blessing to do so.
What would you tell me about yourself?
I am a servant of God and guardian of order, which has existed within these walls since the time of King Vladislav II. My mission, like that of my predecessors, bears the weight of centuries that Sedlitz has survived despite fires, famines, and human arrogance.
Tell me about your order.
Our order, which was born out of the purity of Benedictine ideals, discipline, work, and prayer, are the pillars on which we have stood for more than 3 centuries. Our ancestors transformed wastelands into fertile fields and built monasteries where others saw only chaos. And while the world is changing, we hold fast to the Regula Benedicti to this day, ora et labora.
Kuttenberg stands against you, doesn't it?
Alas, when wickedness comes, so does contempt, and with shame comes reproach. Kuttenberg, its churches, and the souls of its citizens all fall under our care. And it's not just because of tradition, but because we had the means, the education, and God's blessing to do so.
But now the people of Kuttenberg want to change that.
Change it? Or deliberately disrupt it? Church hierarchy is not arbitrary. It cannot be changed according to the political needs of the moment. Saint Benedict established the order. The Cistercians perfected it, and we have followed it for generations. Moreover, thanks to the grace of His Holiness Pope Boniface IX, we have obtained privileges that further confirm our position. The crown, scepter, and ring are not just symbols, they're reminders of our rights and responsibilities. The Brotherhood may try, but with their arrogance and innovation, they will only cause more divisions and disrupt centuries-old orders.
I have to go, Father.
Go in peace.
So, what's this Marienburg of ours like?
It's the biggest castle in the world. Made from red bricks you can see from miles away. Has 2 lines of defences. Walls taller than the buildings in Kuttenberg. They're a great big clock to build.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Greetings. wine in the air. Someone must have spilled a cask.